It's Tiamat!
What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back again with another statue unboxing and review. And with the recent release of the Dungeons and Dragons movie, I figure we should unbox the 1/20th scale Tiamat diorama from Iron Studios. Comes in this huge box. I'm digging the aesthetics, the red, the fonts, the picture of the statue with this epic battle on the front and the back. I'm excited to jump into it. Let's get this off the table, onto the floor, and start the unboxing. All right, guys, we got a double layer box here. Let's take off those straps. We'll take off that top lid. And there are a ton of pieces on this first layer. Let's get all the paper, all the packaging away. Man, we got a lot to go through. Got some huge wings, some dragon heads, and some other pieces. Let's start with this long piece of translucent resin. It's a big ice stream, which is gonna be part of the white dragon. This big piece of ice is gonna go in the base, and I love the detail on it. This big chunk of translucent resin looks awesome. And we have a bunch of pieces of flame that go on the back of Tiamat's neck. So you have those two pieces, you have these two pieces. They look like flame, looks awesome. And then these two smaller ones, which we'll see more in detail during the assembly. We got a little piece of smoke here. It's got some translucency to it. There's gonna be a couple of pieces of those. Here we have the green dragon head, the one that spits out gas. It's the only dragon head that doesn't really have a piece that corresponds with its power, but still cool. Love the cartoonish coloring, the green and the orange underbelly. The white dragon head, like I mentioned, has a very snake-like mouth, and it's gonna have that ice blast coming out of it onto the base. Love the texturing and the sculpt there. We got a nice piece of flame here, which is gonna go front and center on the base. Bobby the Barbarian's actually gonna be smashing into it. Two more smoke plumes here that'll go on the base. Again, I love the translucency to it. They use a lot of different materials for this piece, which I really like. This one actually goes in the red dragon's mouth because that's the fire-breathing dragon head. Then we have the electricity. This is part of the blue dragon head. Very cool. We have what looks like part of a spinal cord for the base. Nice bone texturing and paint. This piece of flame is actually to represent the acid for the black-headed dragon. Then we have these last two pieces of hair or flame, which go on the side of the red dragon head. All right, some more pieces of bone for the base. Same kind of detail as we've seen with that big piece of spine. Three of them here. Then we have Uni, the unicorn, cute little one. Love the expression on her and that pose. Here we have Eric, the Cavalier. He comes with a separate cape that we're gonna go ahead and attach on here, using the shield to block Tiamat's attacks. He looks scared. Cool little piece. Then we have Diana, the acrobat. So she does have her staff with a very acrobatic pose that makes more sense once we do the assembly. Then we have Sheila, the thief, and I love how she's using that cloak of invisibility, the translucent resin used once again, really giving her a unique look. Here we have Presto, the magician. Love that wizard cloak. He's got some magic going around on his right arm there. Some nice detail too. You can see the brown belt, the green costume, the glasses. Then we have Hank, the ranger, with his translucent bow. He's got that Robin Hood type of aesthetic. Very powerful and commanding as he's aiming towards Tiamat. And the last of our warriors, we have Bobby the Barbarian, slamming his hammer down on the ground, causing that big fire explosion. This is the most dynamic pose of them all. And then we have Tiamat's two large wings. I like that texturing going across there, giving that kind of leathery bat look. Onto the next wing, another huge piece. I love the color differences here from the light to the dark red, the spikes towards the bottom. Very cool. Can't wait to assemble that. Let's get off this top lid. The bottom lid has a couple of pieces as well, including that huge base. Tiamat has 4 legs, or you can look at these like arms. So these are the 2 arms. Love the detail on the muscles, the pinkish, reddish, sharp nails. Then you have the large tail, and you can see the keyhole where some of that hair will go. The orange underbelly for the tail as well. And then the big body, giving me Flintstones vibes here with this, but I'm digging it, man. You can see those feet with the same type of claws. Love the texturing, love the sculpt, all the keyholes where we're gonna put the dragon heads, the wings, the arms. Very cool and very heavy piece for this body. All right, this is the main head of Tiamat. So this is gonna have the smoke in the mouth. It's gonna have the sideburns keyed in, as you can see where those holes are. And of course the hair on the neck. The blue head here, which is gonna have that electricity there. Love the snarling look of this beast. Again, those ribbed kind of textures going throughout. I really dig that. And this is my favorite one, the black-headed dragon, which spits out acid. Love the fin on the top and those spikes above its eyes. Very, very cool. So that's the last piece. The base on the bottom is kind of big, kind of heavy, so let's just go ahead and get that on the turntable. We're gonna see a ton of it during the assembly anyway. So Tiamat, let's put the Queen of Dragons on the back of the base first. Then we can throw down that ice shard on the base. We'll go ahead and get that flame in the middle, the bone spinal cord. And let's get Uni there on top of the bones. Then we can start getting those smaller bone pieces keyed in around Uni the unicorn. That's the second one. And then there's a third smaller one here. And that'll be it for the bones. Might as well go ahead and get Sheila keyed in over here to the right of where Bobby will be. And then boom, we'll put Bobby in, keys in easily with his mallet. We'll get Presto behind the ice wall here. And then we'll key Diana in. She actually keys in via that ice bridge, and then you can position the bow into a little notch on the base there to really make sure she's in there sturdy. Hank will go to the right of Sheila. And then Eric will go to the right of Hank, right at the edge of the mountain there. Now I probably should have put these little pieces of smoke in first. I was able to get 2 of those pieces in no problem without moving anything, but the last piece of smoke, I did have to lift up Sheila, put the smoke in there, and then get her keyed back in. All right, let's get her wings keyed in. So we'll start with her left wing, which is on our right, and then we'll put the right wing in here. Those key in nice, adding to the height and mass of Tiamat. Then we'll get her arms in, so boom, left arm, right arm facing upward. Time to get those heads in there, so I went with the green dragon head first, moving her to the side so we can see the white dragon head. And then we'll get that ice shard, so it keys into the mouth and also to the base. There we go. Then we'll get that blue dragon head keyed in next. Put the black dragon head behind that, and the center red dragon head right there in the middle. Put on some of the fire hair on top, smoke in the mouth. Go ahead and put that other piece of translucent resin in the black dragon head. I guess it's supposed to represent the acid spitting that it does, but it looks a little bit like fire to me. And the blue electricity for the last dragon head. Moving around back, we'll key in that large tail. And then we'll start putting in all those pieces along the back here. They're pretty easy to figure out because they have numbers on the bottom of them that correspond with the keyhole on the dragon body itself. A couple more pieces here for the tail. Missed one up on the top of the head here. And lastly, we'll just get these smaller pieces on the sides of Tiamat's head, and then we're able to reveal this piece in full. This video is brought to you by That's Spider-Man Booth. They have a new exclusive mystery box for the month of May, which is going to include over $100 worth of retail value, 5 comics, plus they have 2 new variants that are exclusive to this box. The first one is 8 Billion Genies, issue number 8. This is the Virgin cover, limited to just 500 copies, covered by Alex Cormack, and also the 25th anniversary variant for 300, issue number 1, with a cover by Alvier Coppel. This one is limited to 1,500 copies. Check out THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com and sign up for their subscription box today. And here we have the diorama in full. Tiamat versus our 6 courageous warriors. Very impressive 1/20th scale diorama from Iron Studios. I really feel like they captured the essence of the cartoon. The nostalgia is hitting this rocky base with so many different elements on top, whether it's the flames, the ice, and of course all of the elemental attacks from Tiamat herself. The little characters look great, and I think this huge dragon with 5 heads looks awesome. Taking a look at her height, it looks like the wings are the tallest point, putting her just about 21 inches tall. Now, the width or the depth, depending on which way you display, is about 19 inches. And the other angle here is about 14 inches. Now this retails $1,400 directly through Iron Studios. Make sure to use code GemMint anytime you pick something up from them. It'll save you 10%. Let me know what you think about the Tiamat diorama in the comments down below. Did you guys check out the Dungeons and Dragons movie? I'm gonna leave you with this dio spinning on the turntable. Stay minty fresh. Peace.